All right, before we get to today's Tao Daily Tarot reading, just a little heads up. What's it all about? Well, it's all about going the distance. Going the distance. Deciding you're going to go for broke. What are you going to go for broke about? These two cards. These two cards tell the whole story. You'll get the whole story coming up in just a moment. Hello and welcome to this latest edition of the Tao Daily Tarot. Glad to have you on board if this is the first time for you. If it is, this is a rather different kind of tarot reading. I'll explain why in just a moment. And if you are somebody who has been following along with the Tao of Tarot, even though we're in our early days, thank you. Remember, like and subscribe, very important for the folks at YouTube. Now, for the new people, what makes the Tao Daily Tarot different from other tarot readings is the fact that I use archetypal imaging. In other words, I really don't add anything to the imaging. I use the basic images and build from there. Yes, I use my intuition to help round out a story, but beyond that, we go basically with the images. Another thing that separates the Tao Daily Tarot from other tarot readings is the fact that I emphasize four energies. I'm not predicting. I am not looking at love. I'm not looking at money. I'm looking at what the cards say for you because we're looking at the energies that move your life. For example, coming, going, pushing, pulling. You ever think of those as energies in your life? Stop and think about your life. What's coming at you? What's going from you? What's pushing you? What's pulling you? So with these energies, you understand what kind of stuff you're going through better, and you make the decisions in terms of how you want to live your life to the best of your ability. So this is kind of a guide, not a predictor, but a guide for you. And then I have the thing that I call the hyper shuffle, and I'll explain that to you if you have never seen it before. You get to see the shuffling, but we do it in quick time. And all of this wrapped up in a package under 10 minutes, usually about 8 or 9 minutes, because I want something that you can view quickly. Because you got a busy life. You got a lot of things going on. And so that being the case, I want to make sure that this fits in. So we got it all lined up for you. So let's get to it. So there you go. If you've never seen a hyper shuffle before, there it is. Kind of moves things along very nicely. So let's get to the reading now for today here, the Tao Daily Tarot, or Tarot if you prefer. This is a very interesting read because it's highlighted by this idea. This is what I use as kind of a temperature taker for this, huh? Go the distance. Go the distance. What does that mean? Well, I think at this point in the year, early though it may be, I think people have come to the resolve of life really changed in 2020. I'm not happy with the changes at all. I have to get my life back. And I'm willing to do what it takes to get my life back. Alrighty? And to kind of emphasize that a little bit, we go to the Queen of Wands. This is a lady who knows who she is. Alrighty? You notice her when she walks into a room, and she wants it that way. She wants it that way. She's passionate. She knows her mind. She's very genteel, very attractive, but don't cross her. Don't cross her. She knows what she wants in life. A lot of passion. Queen of Wands. I think that's kind of the way people are trying to, at least if you don't have the passion yet, you're trying to summon it up. And you may be coming to the realization that you're going to have to work with other people. You're going to have to celebrate. And that's one of the things in 2020. This group of three is a celebration. It can be other things if you're talking about marriages or relationships. But in this point, this is the card that says we want to reunite. We want to get back together again. We've had enough separation, isolation. It has not improved our lives for the most part, made it much more difficult. We want to get back to being in touch with one another. And we're very passionate about that, right? We're ready to go the distance, right? Okay. We move on to the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups means that you're walking away. All eights indicate some sort of movement. The Eight of Cups says that you're walking away from something that you were emotionally attached to. Okay? Now, it could have been a way of life. 2020 certainly did separate us from that, separated us from people who we are connected with. But more importantly, there was some value for all of this that was supposed to take place in 2020. And at this point, a lot of people are going, I don't see the value in all of this stuff anymore. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to start new, going to start fresh. I got to go to something else. I got to get the passion in my life. I want the happily ever after, the 10 of Cups. That's what I want. That's what I'm going for. I didn't have a perfect life before 2020, but in a lot of ways it was a heck of a lot better than it is right now. I want that happily ever after, and I'm willing to go the distance. Follow up with that little amplification about the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles, people think money. When you think tarot, Pentacles, money. No. Not even possessions. They are what are valuable to us. Could be love, could be money, it could be happiness, could be health, could be any number of things. And we are now setting out on a life that we value, that we determine what's valuable and what is not somebody else. And to follow up with that, 5 of Cups. 2020, it really took a lot from a lot of people, right? And if you see this guy here, he sees there's 3 cups tipped over, empty, nothing, no love, no feeling, no emotion. And that's what he's focused on. But there are 2 cups right behind him that are just full to the brim with love, affection, good stuff. But he's not focusing on them. And I think that's the way it's been for a lot of people for a long time. And I think that's where the shift is coming. That's where I think we're looking at the 8 of Cups and saying, I'm walking away. Got to get started. Brand new. And the Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles says, yeah, we're ready to start new. Here's the problem. And it's the final card. This is the Strength card in reverse. It's from the Vice Versa deck. I do not do reversals, but I do have the Vice Versa deck here so that we will every day get some potential for reversal. And this is the case with Strength card. Alrighty? You can see that the things that we have become attached to have been kind of holding us down. And at this point, we just don't have a handle on it. We just don't have the strength. We're working our way to that. All right? We're ready to go the distance, but we're working in that direction to live a life that reflects what is important to us, a life that maintains our sense of dignity, our sense of humanity. You may be there, you may be working. For most people, I think at this point in the year, they are working toward that idea. I want my life back, and I want it on my terms. So those are the energies for today. That's the reading, the Tao Daily Tarot. Remember, like and subscribe. That's going to help me build this channel. I do this every single day, 365 days a year. So I will join you again tomorrow. Blessings.